Newcastle fans have taken to Twitter in panicked fashion after Rafa Benitez's £6 million shackle clause at the club expired, meaning that he could leave the club with no consequences, as reported by the Daily Mail. The Spaniard previously would have had to pay a £6 million fee to the Magpies if he wanted to leave before the end of his contract, but now that clause has expired, fans are worried that the former Liverpool boss has had enough of Mike Ashley's nonsense. When quizzed on if he would walk if Newcastle failed to sign anyone before Thursday's deadline, Benitez simply said, as quoted by the Daily Mail, "We will wait until Thursday and see what happens." Pretty ambiguous stuff, it must be said, although Newcastle are now closing in on a deal for Miguel Almiron, per BBC Sport. The subject of Benitez's future resurfaced in his press conference after the Magpies' win over Manchester City, and while he seemed keen to quash rumours of an abrupt exit, he didn't completely rule out the notion either. As quoted by the Chronicle, 22/28, he said, "I didn't say I will leave. I said I am a professional and I have my principles and I will do my job until the last minute." Check out Neymar's controversial new haircut for 2019 and Xherdan Shaqiri as you've never seen him before in the video below. With the club from Tyneside already sat precariously above the drop zone, their survival hopes would be hanging by a thread if Benitez were to walk away from St James's Park. Understandably, fans of the club are petrified if the reactions on Twitter are anything to go by. What do you expect him to say? The club is rotting to the absolute core. It's impossible to say or write anything positive about it. It's no longer a football club. It's a giant billboard for Mike Ashley, who doesn't care one bit for tradition, history or community. Only money. Ally, @OlliePetery81, January 28, 2019. Rafa, you can walk with my blessing. I am so sorry that you have poured your heart and soul into my club without any meaningful support from MA. Please consider returning to our club in the future when we have an owner who can match yours and our ambition to succeed. Thank you. Clive Lancaster, @LuckyClive62, January 29, 2019. The man is a Geordie legend already. I hope he does go and comes back when that useless owner is gone. David Green, @David9Green, January 28, 2019. The fans should hopefully quickly follow him. Enough is enough. Ashley has killed UFC. Jeff, @JeffGarnett30, January 29, 2019. I hope he does resign and exposes Ashley. Ryan, @RyanRaleigh23, January 29, 2019. Rafa trying to put pressure on Ashley for a couple of signings, but it's water off a duck's back. Suits Ashley if Rafa walks so he can bring in a more compliant manager who will be happy to spout his "can't compete" mantra. Brian Haddart, @DoomLordster, January 29, 2019. Now the clause has expired. I want him to walk and show some pride. He doesn't need or deserve this. Give Ashley what he deserves. League One, here we come. Dean, @1985, January 29, 2019. I just hope beyond hope that Rafa stays, as he's been our best signing in the last few years. I for one would not blame him if he walks, and dread to think of the spiral downward that will inevitably happen in the wake. My club of 50 years is dying right in front of my eyes. Kevin Hunter, @KevinHunter2408, January 29, 2019. Wouldn't blame him one bit. Stephen Smith, @Stephen382, January 29, 2019.